That's how we do it, man. Grab my feet up in there. See the setup, bro.
It's crazy.
It's crazy stuff.
It's crazy. Guys, give me 2 minutes, yeah. Give me 2 minutes. Yeah, these are on the call already.
Where's Mr. Ivan? Oh,
My man, what's good?
Hey! Big dog! How you doing, guys?
I'm fine after the Bahamas, man.
Oh, bro, I'm blick, bro. I got burnt. How you guys doing?
How's it going? Good, man.
It's good, man. It's good to connect.
This is Jonas, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yes. Pleasure to meet you, man. Is Yona on the call as well, guys?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. Oh, wicked. So yeah, you guys had a couple questions. I'm literally going into a meeting with Ivan now. So I thought it'd be kind of perfect that you could get the best of both from us. So yeah, fire away, man. Fire away.
So the first question I wanted to ask was, obviously when you first started recruiting people,
Yeah.
approaches that you actually do.
Say that again. We couldn't really hear you.
So when you guys first started recruiting people, right? What was like the different kinds of approaches that you all took to actually go out and recruit people?
Okay. So the different types of approaches that you use when you're going cold, basically.
Okay, cool. How you doing, bro? You good? Can you hear me well? Awesome. Well, I want to introduce myself to you first and foremost, bro. I'm Ivan. I work very closely with two lovely gentlemen that you can see in the background over there in Hearts. And what a great thing it is to work with students and obviously teach them about the skill set of foreign exchange. So this is something that I've committed to for coming up to about 10 months now. And it's something that I do part-time. The industry in itself, I've been a part of home-based business for about 3.5 years, going to 4 years. And when I was actually brought into the industry and they told me that the recruiting aspect, luckily my mentor back then got me equipped. You know, I was equipped from very young about going out there and building connections and building relationships with people, because what you understand is when you network the business, all we're really doing is we're building relationships with people. But when you meet someone for the first time, there's a certain way which you have to go about it when it comes to getting their number or keeping in contact with them. So depends on how you want to go about it. If you want to basically speak to the people you know, and what they call that is the warm market. The reason why they call it the warm market is because they're going to be warm to you. So if you was to call your friend and say, hey, look, I've just started trading, he's going to be like, wow, that's pretty cool, man. That's a good deal. How's it going for you? He's going to be warm to you. And another reason why we call it warm market is because they know something about you. Maybe they know your date of birth, your favorite color, something that you like. So typically in the beginning, when you're starting this journey, you want to practice with the people that you know. So the warm people, we call it, you want to practice with them. Now, the big money, the big money is actually in the people that you don't know. Because it's fair to say, if you look at your contact book, would you agree the world is bigger than your contact book in terms of people? Yeah, the world is bigger, right? We may have 100 contacts on our phone, but the world is infinity, you know, people are like dust. So there's another way of actually going about getting to know people, and what we call that is cold recruiting. And the reason why we call it cold is because the person you're speaking to doesn't actually know your date of birth. They don't know actually something about you. They don't know your favorite color. They know nothing about you, and that's why we call it cold. But let me tell you one thing, bro. The cold market makes the most money. Yeah, the cold market, the people that you don't know, that's where you're going to make the big money. So later in my career, 3.5 years in, the big money that I started making came from the people that I don't know. My business as it is right now, my whole 3 lines, the people that I don't know. Montel, I didn't know this guy. Yeah, I didn't know him. Junior, I didn't know him. And obviously I've met Montel, and through Montel, I've now met you guys. Does it make sense? So you guys have become my friends, we've become warm, but where did it start from? It started from someone that I didn't know. So there's two ways to go about meeting people that you don't know. There's something called a form approach. So write this down in your notes. They call it a form approach, F-O-R-M, form. And all form stands for is family, occupation, recreation, and money. Yeah, so family, occupation, recreation, and money. Whenever you include those in a conversation with someone that you do not know, you're gonna build enough rapport. My man, Brian Crothers, right? Sick book, and he speaks about the form right there. And funny story, let me actually show you something actually. He whipped out the Bible, so I'm gonna whip out mine. Right? So I got my Bible too, right? So, gang.
Okay.
So Brian Crothers speaks about family, occupation, recreation, money. Whenever you speak about that in a conversation with someone, understand they're gonna have enough trust with you, even though they don't know you, to exchange numbers. So how do you do it? There's two ways of going about it. You can do the slow approach, or you can do the faster approach. Now, where I'm trying to close out my position as a chairman 25 in this company, I may want to go out there and cold recruit more faster than more slow. Does that make sense? Abundancy is basically what I'm after. I have an abundant mentality. Does that make sense? I want 10 plus numbers. I don't want just 1, 2 numbers. If I'm going to take it slow, the approach will last 5 minutes. If I want to do it quickly, the approach will last 1 to 2 minutes, and then I exchange numbers, okay? So I'll go over basically the fast approach, because the fast approach is what I use, is what I train all my teams to use. Montel knows it, and obviously his organization knows it pretty well. All my free lines, they can cold recruit, and I'll show you how it goes, right? So let's just say we're out here in Croydon, and I want to start cold recruiting. What I would typically do is I'll see someone that I would want to approach. So maybe if they're looking savvy or business smart, it's someone that I may want to approach. And the way you start a conversation with someone that you don't know is to drop them a genuine compliment. Yeah, a genuine compliment. So, hey, Montel, that's a nice suit.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Man, you look like you're a really important person.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Awesome. So straight away, he's open. Because I've complimented him, and I've said, you look like you're a really important person. But what I typically do is I say that, and the person will always say to me, I'm not that important. And they'll giggle, and they'll say, what do you do? Yeah? And then from there, I'll turn around and say, well, what I do is I actually show people like you how to multiply their money in the foreign exchange. What I'm doing today actually is I'm actually helping my company expand in this area. And it's a very large company, and we deal with basically making money from your smartphone. And we actually have a business side to this as well, where people can build a lifestyle. And when I'm expanding the company in the area, we're actually building layers of leadership within the company. And all that simply means is for the right people, there's not only a skill set, but there's some really good money to make as well, okay? Do you happen to know anyone, Montel, that might be open-minded to learn a new skill set?
Yeah, I know a few people, but I think myself, I'd be open myself too.
You'd be open yourself?
Yeah.
No problem, man. Listen, this is what we can do.
Yeah.
At this point, where he's mentioned that he's open, I'm going to basically present the opportunity to him, and then I'm going to take it away. So I'm going to present the opportunity to him, then I'm going to take it away. It's very important that you present the opportunity, but then you take it away. Because what you don't want to feel like they have is basically like a free ride. Imagine if we had a job interview, and there was about 10 candidates for the same job. And then after the job interview, the person I was interviewing was like, well, listen, you're going to get a call now, man. I'm feeling real confident about, this discussion that we've had. Yeah. He feels reassured that he's going to get the opportunity, right? But we don't want to actually let someone feel like that. We want to have something called posture, yeah? We want them to know, look, we have something, but again, we don't actually need you, yeah? But you're not going to tell them that, you're just going to take it away from them. So what I would say to him is, look, you said that you're open, right?
Yeah.
No problem, okay? What we can do is, why don't we exchange numbers? When I get to the office, I'll give you a friendly phone call, and I'll give you some more information then, okay? I can't promise you anything, so I'm now taking it away from you. I can't promise you anything, but what I'll definitely do, bro, I'll definitely give you a call this evening, and I'll run some information. Is that all right? Yes. Awesome. Let's exchange numbers. Okay. Boom. So now, what does that do to him? It leaves him extremely, extremely curious. Now he's looking at his phone, waiting for the call. Just like how you will do in an interview, after someone interviews you, you'll be curious to know whether you got a position or not. Does that make sense? But imagine if I took his number and I said, you know what? I'm going to give you a call, man. I've got a good feeling about you. He's going to feel like he's got a position. I don't want him to feel like that. Because what you want to do is you want to treat someone like they're a chairman, but you want to treat them like, they're actually going to quit tomorrow. So if you treat them like a chairman, but you also treat them like they're going to quit tomorrow, it has a more beneficial effect long-term wise. He respects you, you have posture, you show him, look, I don't actually need you, but let's exchange numbers anyway. But that's not actually true, because in your mind, you still want to recruit them into IML. You still want to show them how they can multiply their money and build a lifestyle. But obviously, when you speak to them, you have to have posture. Doesn't make sense. If you don't have any posture, they're not gonna actually buy into you. The close actually starts from the initial conversation. It doesn't start when you get them on the phone. It doesn't start when you get them to the meeting. It doesn't start when you get them to the Zoom call. The close starts the second you open your mouth. So the second you open your mouth, you have to convey the image of a chairman. Does it make sense? So like Brian Crover says in his book, he says, act as if you are. Yeah, there's a chapter that says, act as if you are. Act as if you're already a chairman. I was at P150, but I was moving like a chairman. So when I got chairman done, I was doing those things from a P150. So when I came into the system now, and I met Montel and I met some of you guys now, I understand I already portrayed that image at P150. I already had the posture at P150. So naturally, as my income built, as my organization got bigger, I naturally fit the shoe. Does it make sense? I naturally fit the shoe. You want to naturally fit the shoe from step number one. You don't want to fit the shoe when you're a chairman. Does it make sense? Because imagine you go chairman, but you have no posture. How long are you going to be a chairman for? Not very long. But from the baby steps, if you learn how to be a chairman in your posture and how you go about business, understand it's going to have a knock-on effect, and that's how you want to go about co-recruiting. So that was the quick approach. So hey, how you doing? You're the real sharp. I hope my company expand in this area. We actually teach people like you how to multiply money on their mobile phone. Let me ask you a question. Do you happen to know anyone, even if that included yourself, that might be open to the possibility of learning new skill set and building a lifestyle for themselves? And he's going to turn around and say, him. If he turns around and says him, I'll say, great. Why don't we do this? Why don't we exchange numbers? When I get back to the office, what I'll do is I'll give you a friendly phone call and give you some more information. Bro, I can't promise you anything, but I'll definitely give you a call.
For sure.
Yeah?
For sure.
Boom, I've taken away from you. Yeah? So does that make sense? I can do that over and over and over again. Trust me, sometimes when I go out and I co-recruit, I could be in Canary Wharf, I could be in Bond Street, I could be anywhere, and I'm saying the same thing. So if you want to do it much slower, let's say you're on a train or you're somewhere where you have to have like a 5-minute conversation with them, you still include the form approach, but you just drag it a little bit longer. So I'm going to show you the form approach, but I'm going to show you the form approach within about a 2 to 5 minute conversation. Okay? So he may be queuing up for an Uber or a taxi, or he may be in a shop, or he might be in a particular area. And again, I'll start with a genuine compliment. So hey man, you look sharp, man.
Thank you, man.
Awesome, man. Thank you. So what brings you to the area today?
I work around the corner.
You work around the corner?
Yeah.
Man, I knew you look like an important person.
I'm not too important.
Yeah? You see? It gets him. Even though he's a 5K making stupid money, it still gets him. Yeah, it's something that we, as human beings, we just like compliments, yeah? So, hey man, I knew you was an important person, man.
Yeah, man.
Good. So what's the story, bro? What do you do?
Basically, I was working, and then I found a great company. It's like more applying income, but I'm always looking for more opportunities, more applying more income as well.
Say no more, man. You look like a family guy.
Yeah, no, I've got a big family, 3 kids, 2 wives,
Man, I knew you was an important person, man. Awesome, man. So straight away, look, I'm going into the family approach, right? So what's that doing? Actually, he's opening up to me. I don't know him, but he's opening up to me. Why? I'm talking about his family. Yeah, I'm talking about things that are important. Yeah, wicked. And he's already told me about the O, which is occupation. He already told me he's a business person, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into recreation. Recreation just basically deals with what do you do for fun? Does it make sense? So we've gone over basically family. He's told me he's got 2 wives. Yeah? We've now gone over occupation. He told me he's a businessman. I'm now going to go into recreation, man. So, I mean, bro, what do you typically do for fun?
I like to watch football. I'm a Palace fan.
Following the World Cup?
Yeah, definitely. 4 p.m. I believe. So, yeah, man, I like to watch football. Also like to go partying and, just chill with friends. Got a big network of friends that we go partying every Saturday. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show him how to feel. I'm going to show him how to feel. He's told me what he likes to do for fun, and I'm going to show him how he's meant to feel. I'm going to show him it's okay for him to actually do these things, bro. You know what? I'm just like you. Yeah? I'm just like you. You know, I like to go have fun. I'm also following the World Cup as well. I bought my England top.
Oh, yeah,
And you know, hopefully, if England win the World Cup for what, 1962 last time? 64? 62?
66.
66. Yeah. 66 last time you won the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Just a quick one, man. Like, you know, you said that you're a business person, right?
Yeah.
So you definitely must keep your money options open, right?
Definitely.
So now I've gone into what? The M, the money. Yeah? You definitely keep your money options open, right?
100%. Yeah.
666. Listen, I'm actually expanding a business right now, and we're actually building a lot of layers of leadership. And what that simply means, my friend, for the right type of people, not only is there good income on the table, there's actually also a skill set which you can learn with this as well. Now, being actually one of the company chairmen, you don't have to be a chairman, you could be a leader. I just say chairman, right? Because I'm chairman now, you can say you're a leader, right? Being one of the leaders in the company, we're actually keeping an open eye for people that might be open-minded to additional possibilities around their work, right?
Yeah.
But let's do this. I'm going to literally chip right now because I've got a meeting to go to. But just before I go, give me your number. And what I'll do is I'll give you a friendly phone call when I get to the office. And maybe I can run some information past you. Yeah, sure. And if it makes sense to you, then obviously we can work out a way to help each other financially. But again, you know, I can't promise you anything.
100%.
Awesome. So I've gone over the form approach. I've gone over occupation, recreation, money. And guess what I've done at the end? I've taken away from him. I built a relationship with him, but I've taken away from him. So again, he trusts me now because I've gone over form, but he's now extremely curious to know what I'm going to show him. So when I get him on the phone and I speak about a Zoom call or I speak about an event, he wants to find out what it's all about. Because I've mentioned his family, I've mentioned what he does for money, for fun. I've mentioned all of those things, and it just flows and makes sense. So that's a slow approach. So form can be quick, form can be slow, depending on where you are. If I'm out there recruiting numbers, because I'm trying to get a rank, for example, I'm super close to C25. I'm literally 20 out in one line, and then obviously the next line that I'm working on, I'm about 50 out. If I'm 20 out in one line, I'm gonna wrap it up, right? I need to get like 15, 20, 30 plus numbers, and I'm gonna literally do the same thing, and I'm gonna process all those numbers. So I'm gonna get them in front of what we call a tool, okay? So after you've got a number, you wanna get someone in front of a tool, okay? Now, what is a tool? A tool could be a Zoom call. And I know over there in Hearts, you guys do Zoom calls, and we're doing a Zoom call right now. A tool can be a one-on-one. A tool could be the office that we're in right now. A tool could be getting a drink, you know? These are all tools which we use, right? So every pro builder has a toolbox. For example, we're in a big toolbox right now, okay? It's a tool. Yeah, the office is a tool. The Zoom calls, again, another tool. The Sunday events, again, another tool. The Miami event that's coming up, big tool. I believe when someone goes to a national event in somewhere like Miami, not only are they glued to Forex, not only are they glued to IML, they're actually glued to the industry forever. I remember I went to my first convention in 2014. It was in Rotterdam. It was part of a company I was a part of. And after that event, I was like, yeah, these people, they're not normal. There's just something special about this industry that I don't know. And then I went to another event with the same company, and in that company, I had the opportunity to meet Donald Trump because he was actually endorsing that business back then. So someone got me to a tool. Does that make sense? My business partner back then, he got me to a tool. So when he got me to a tool, I saw the bigger picture of the industry. I became a professional in the industry, because once you meet someone like Trump, or you go to a big event, you see all these people, you're locked in because you see the bigger picture. Well, it's not only us in England that are doing it. These Americans are doing pretty big. These guys are doing pretty big. You just get the bigger picture of what the industry is all about. So whenever you get someone to a tool after you've exposed them, it now allows them to see the information. So, for example, I've got loads of numbers to call. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call every single one of those numbers, and I'm going to promote a tool to them. So I'm going to be like, hey, look, I'm doing a video call at 8 p.m. or I'm doing an event Sunday, come to the event. So I'm just going to promote the tool to them, because I'm going to leverage the system. Because all you want to do in this industry is you want to have maximum leverage. Yeah? You're not in this business to work a job per se. No one signed up to this company so you can be an employee. That's something that we're trying to get away from, with you guys. But the reality of it is when you're in this industry, you need to leverage your tools. Yeah? Leverage, Brian Proverbs, he speaks about, again, in the Bible, he speaks about leverage, and leverage is going to be your best friend. Leverage is going to be what's going to allow you to have an income, and it's also going to allow you to have 24 hours a day, which you can decide what you want to do. So trust me, guys, this business, this system, go for it.
Can I just a quick question? It's about, you know what, we had last 3 people that joined the business, right? Last 3 people, actually, last 3 people. They join in, next morning, 6 hours later, oh shit, I got into a pyramid. What is this? What is this? What is this? One guy just dropped out. Yes, now they can join in. He's already out.
Yes, for
the people that come in and then they get cold feet within hours, what you want to do is you want to treat them like they're going to be the next chairman, but you actually want to treat them like they're going to quit tomorrow. Okay? So you want to treat them like they're going to be the next chairman, but you actually want to treat them like they're going to quit tomorrow. Does that make sense? For example, yeah, I want to give you a classic example of how I met you guys. Yeah, watch this. So someone got me to a tool. Yeah, the tool was, what was it, 2017? 2017 was the first regional event for this company, and David Ivan came down. So someone got me down to a tool. Matter of fact, I got myself down to the tool. I saw David's YouTube video. I said, I'm going to this event. So I closed myself on the tool. And Junior, you guys know Junior Alexander, right? He was also at that event. Keeping in mind, I was a P150. I'm a P150 at this event. And then after the event, I said to myself, I need to find out who Junior knows. I need to treat him like a chairman, but I'm also going to treat him like he's going to quit tomorrow. Does it make sense? So I said to Junior, look, make a list right now. And he's like, okay, no problem. So he made a list of about 40 people, right? We got through about 10 names. We had all mixed responses. Some people wanted to see the business. Some people didn't want to see the business. Some people wanted to get in. Others didn't want to get in. It doesn't matter. We got to about the 15th phone call. Guess who we got on the phone to? This guy. We got on the phone to this guy. Yeah? So I was a P150 now. I got on the phone to this guy. This guy kept me on the phone for about an hour. But this guy was not any prospect, not any normal prospect. He was asking me certain questions, and I said, there's a little bit deeper, there's a bit more to this child that I need to find out about, right? So we was on the phone for about an hour. So Junior is a classic example of someone that I treat like a chairman. I said, hey, look, man, we'll go to chairman. We went to the event, so on and so forth. But then I treated him like he was going to quit tomorrow, because I asked him, who do you know? And he says, I know Montel. Well, let's give Montel a call. So we gave Montel a call. I believe Junior went and met with him. And then eventually I ended up meeting Montel, because I was doing a meeting for Montel. And Montel had a guy called Maurice. Maurice is now P2K. But Maurice came to that meeting. Maurice wasn't even in the system back then. Maurice is now P2000 in the business. But it all came down through me treating Junior like he's going to be a C10, but also me treating Junior like he's going to quit tomorrow. Whenever you treat someone like they're a C10 and you treat them like they're going to quit tomorrow, it's going to cause you to do actions, which is like, you know what, if this guy drops out tomorrow, at least I have 15 names or 100 names or even 20 names to work for. Yeah, because it's ironic, he's almost C10 and then Junior's slightly below him. Does it make sense? So imagine if I didn't treat Junior like he was going to quit tomorrow. I wouldn't have met him, and if I didn't meet him, I wouldn't have met you guys. It's crazy, right? I'm telling you, the rank is not only chairman, there's a science to chairman. You got to know why you're a chairman. There's a science to network marketing. There's a science to anything. There's a science to a job. There's a science to any type of profession, not only trading. There's a science to trading, yes or yes? How many techniques do we learn day in, day out? There's so many techniques when it comes to trading. There's a science to everything. And there's a science in network marketing. So I know that if you guys have this book, this is like your cheats, and it will tell you everything that you need to know. So what I'm telling you is in the book. Now, how you're going to master it is time. Yeah? Say again? Ramasha Fortune. Yeah? Ramasha Fortune. There you go. So literally, man, if someone's flaking, you got to treat them like they're going to quit tomorrow. If I didn't treat Junior like he was going to quit tomorrow, I would have never met you guys.
So basically, you see that, for example, I got a guy joined 20 minutes ago, right? And I told him to write down the list. I've been telling him to write down right now. I told him to go home, write down the list. We're going to go through the list. Should I go through the list the moment they start?
The thing here is, if he doesn't want to write the list, you don't play a game. Because remember, you're trying to help them. When you ask them for a list, you're actually trying to help them. You're helping them build their business, but again, you're acquiring leverage at the same time. So if I say to someone, hey, look, build a list, and they're saying, well, you know, I don't know if I can build a list, or maybe they're writing one number or two numbers. What I start to do now is I start to play a game with them called Who Is That? So I'll have Montoya's phone book, for example, and I'll be like, hey, look, what is that person?
She works in a bank.
She works in a bank?
Yeah.
Okay, put her on the list.
Okay.
Yeah. What about John? What does he do?
She's a vet.
He's a vet?
Yeah.
Okay, put him on the list. What about Mike?
Okay. I see what I see actually closely.
Yeah, who's Mike?
He's a doctor.
Michael's a doctor?
Yeah.
Okay, put him on the list, bro. And this person? Footballer?
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Put him on the list. All right, cool. So these guys here, I have a role and you have a role. We're going to get on the phone to them. I'm going to say a few things and you're going to say a few things. This is what we're going to do, right? You're going to say to them, you've just met someone that's expanding a very large business, and they ask you if you happen to know anyone that's open-minded to making additional money alongside what they're doing or learning a new skill set. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pass the phone to me, and I'm going to close them on the tool. So I'm going to promote a Zoom call or event to them. Is that right with you?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome, bro. I believe if we can get through this, P150, 600, it's a done deal. Yeah, you right with that?
900.
Cool, man. Because I have a role, like I said, and you have a role. My job here is to help you. So I'm treating him like he's going to quit tomorrow. Does it make sense? I've asked him, I played the names game. I said to him, who do you know? He didn't want to write them down. I said, okay, bro, go to your phone book. Everyone has contacts, right? He's writing down the contacts. And I called him. The second I get on the phone to someone that I believe is someone that you're looking for in leadership, I want to meet with him. So now, I bypassed him and his excuses. And I'm dealing directly with the banker, with the footballer. Does it make sense? I'm now second level deep. What you want to do is you want to go 4 levels deep. Whenever you go 4 levels deep, you have a business line. Meaning, I have 4 people that I've personally sponsored. At least 1 or 2 of those people, they're going to want to do meetings. That basically means if I give 1 or 2 of those people a phone call, I'm going to be able to help them, but also I'm going to be able to build my business as well. So whenever you go 4 levels deep, so I said, Montel, who do you know? Well, I know the doctor. I've now met the doctor. I've treated the doctor like he's a chairman, but I've also treated him like he's going to do what? Quit tomorrow. Doctor, who do you know? I know Samantha. What does Samantha do? She's a doctor as well. I'm 3 levels down. I know if I go 1 more level down, that's the business line now. Yeah? I've now met Samantha. Samantha, who do you know? Bang. I know John. I've now met with John. I'm 4 levels deep. Whenever you place someone below someone, it's harder for them to quit. Whenever you place someone, just write that down in your notes. Whenever you place someone below someone, it's harder for them to quit. Yeah? Go for it.
I got one question. So can I hear your coldest approach? Because I was doing cold approach, like cold prospecting last week, and I watched Mauricio's videos, and like he said, like his approach is like, I'm helping one big company to expand in this area, and by any chance do you know anyone that could use some extra income, even if it's you? And when I say this sentence, do you know anyone, they start thinking about the other people, not about themselves. So can I hear your approach just to see like what our mind stays?
Say the last bit again.
Can I hear just your cold approach? How you
My personal cold approach. You know what I said to you guys? That's what I do. I don't change it. What I showed you guys a Ramasha Fulcher, bro, I've been using it for 3 years. Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I've used the same approach every time. I say the same thing. How many times have you say the same thing? I say the same things over and over again. I'm always saying the same things. I never change it. Like, if it worked for me going chairman, do you not think it's going to work for you guys going chairman? It's going to work. Yeah? Apple. Is Apple going to change their logo to an upside down logo? Apple. No. They're not. Apple is not going to take the logo and then flip it upside down. They're going to use the same logo. It's marketing, guys. If it's marketing, you say the same thing. Whenever we go past, let's say Costa, let's say McDonald's. Does the McDonald's sign look the same in Croydon than it looks in Ilford? Yeah. The McDonald's sign looks the same in Croydon that it looks in Hertfordshire. They're not going to turn the McDonald's sign away. So you say the same thing. The same thing over and over again. The more and more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get at doing it. And maybe if you're having a small issues trying to do it now, it's because maybe you haven't done it enough. Repetition is not there. But if you keep doing it, you keep doing it, eventually you're going to land on good ground. Does it make sense? It's all about going through the numbers.
I recommend also, like, let's say on Sunday, we're going to be coming. What we did, just came out of our Sunday event. We came, the event was like 2:30, went in London 8 o'clock, and boom, every person on the street, excuse me. Do you recommend that, or should be like more targeted? Like,
say that last year, you broke up. What's that again?
So basically, after the event, they were really fired up, started asking everybody. So what his question is should it be more targeted people, or should they carry on just recruiting everybody?
Okay, what you want to do is when you recruit, you want to recruit up. Yeah, write that down in your notes. You want to recruit up. Yeah, you never recruit down. Again, it's in the Bible. Yeah, whenever you want to recruit, you recruit upwards. You don't recruit downwards. When you recruit up, you're basically approaching someone that you believe is basically maybe better than you in business, or someone that you inspire to be like, or it's just someone that does something good or works a job or like has a decent job. You want to recruit upwards, right? You don't want to recruit downwards, and I'll tell you why. If you recruit downwards, which is basically just recruit anybody, what do you believe their network is going to be like?
Recruit down, and then we got
keep going down, yeah? But if you recruit upwards, let's say you tap with this guy now, he's bringing you the people that you want in your business. He's bringing you people that you want to lead to success in trading. He's bringing you people that are influential when it comes to business. You recruit upwards. So if you recruit upwards, naturally it might recruit up again through him, or it's going to go down. If you recruit down through him, you're dealing with good people. But let's just say I go recruit a road guy. He's going to bring me different types of road guys. Does it make sense? And that's what you don't want. You want to basically be able to recruit upwards. They call it recruiting up. Whenever you recruit upwards, you're basically recruiting someone that may be influential. If they're influential, guess what? Their network is also, most cases, influential. Yeah? I met Montel. Through me and Montel, I met many other influential people. So that makes sense. Always recruit upwards. Yeah? Do not recruit down. Me, when I'm cold recruiting, I'm recruiting upwards. I'm recruiting a guy that looks sharp. Yeah, he looks sharp. So if he looks sharp, guess what? His network is also going to be sharp. Because they say you are the average of the 5 friends you hang out with the most. Yeah? You are the average of the 5 friends that you hang around the most. If your 5 friends making money, chances are you're also making money. For example, me and Montel, we're buddies, right? He makes half the income that I make, and he's 20. I'm 27, big age difference. Does it make sense? But guess what? He's my friend. He's making thousands. Does it make sense? And then obviously I have other friends now that are doing the same thing. What? Making thousands. So if someone comes and recruits me or tries to approach me, guess what? I have Montel in my network. He's also someone that's doing what? Thousands. Now, let's say you go recruit someone that may not have that level of influence that you're after. Guess what he's going to bring to you? People with lower level of influence. Yeah? The quicker you begin to understand how people work, trust me, you're a chairman. The quicker you start to understand how people and human beings behave, you're a chairman. You're just going to filter out the process, because all we need to do is get the paperwork out of the way. We just need to get the paperwork out of the way. But how do we get the paperwork out of the way? Recruit upwards, number 1. Very key. Master code recruiting. Yeah? recruit up, master core recruiting, and be willing to expose. Yeah, I can't stress this out as important it is. Yeah, some people, they may have great influence, but they're not willing to expose. Yeah, not willing to expose. Me, I'm not the best MLM. I'm not the best MLM in the world. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm good at what I do. I know I am, but I'm not the best. There's other people that are better than me. Doesn't make sense. But what I know for sure is I'm willing to expose someone. Yeah, I'm willing to expose someone. You know why? My whys are so big. And I think about my why when I expose someone. Whenever I get someone in front of this opportunity, I think about my why. I'm not thinking about exposing them. You know, I'm thinking about the problems that I need to amend at home. I'm not thinking about, oh, well, you know, this person, he might view me this way. Or they might say that this is a scam. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about my why. Whenever you attach the why to the process becomes easy. The how-to is easy. So when I'm exposing someone, I might not feel like exposing them. Yeah, even at C10, some days, you don't even feel like exposing the whole world, right? You get comfortable in the income, right? But the reality of it is look, you need to keep to the mundane basics of exposing people. When you expose someone, keep your why in mind. Don't think about, oh, I need to expose this guy because I need to go P600. No. You think about exposing them for your why. Does it make sense? Now, when you expose them, you've got to be willing to fail forward. Yeah, write that down in your notes. Be willing to fail forward. Be willing to fail forward. I'm always willing to fail forward. And what do I mean by that? Someone may quit on me. Someone may say that this is a scam. Someone may say that this doesn't work. I'm still failing forward. Does it make sense? I'm still moving in the direction of my why. So whenever someone says, well, you know, this might not work or I don't think it's for me, it doesn't matter. My why was associated with the exposure. So at least I can hold myself accountable as a man of, I started this business for X, it doesn't matter. Yeah, there was no way I was gonna not go chairman in this company. I didn't care if someone said no to Forex. The other times people say no to Forex. You'll be surprised. If you go to a Greg Zucker event where they charge those guys multiple thousands, do you know how many people after that event walk away and say, I'm not paying 5K to trade? Greg Zucker is not feeling away. So why should you feel away? Does it make sense? You're not feeling away. I've been to many of those trading events where people with multiple thousands, and they're not feeling the way that people are not signing up. All they're willing to do is the activity. Listen, focus on the activity. Whenever you focus on the activity, I'm telling you one thing, it will take care of all your problems. Whenever something is going wrong in my business, listen, I know one thing. I'm the leader of momentum. I'm LeBron James in every single line. I'll go hard that line. I don't care. I'm going to get that momentum. Why? Because my whys are strong. Focus on the activity. Never focus on the rejection. Never focus on what they will say. Focus on the activity. Yeah, again, they talk about this in the Bible. They call it IPA, income producing activity. Yeah, there's two types of activities that we do in MLM. One activity makes us money, the other one doesn't. But guess what? We need to do both of the activities. If we do both of the activities, it's going to 110% lead to a result. So you need to know the difference between productivity and you need to know the difference between income producing activity. Yeah? Productivity. What's productivity? Me and Montel, we're in the office right now. We've got a list of names. Guess what? We need to go through them. We now know that by us going through these list of names right now, it's not going to make us money right now. At what time is it? 3 p.m. We're not going to make money right now. We're not going to make $35 for them to sign up right now. But guess what we're doing? We're getting the productivity activity out of the way. We're getting the income producing B activity, the back end stuff, which is phone calls, promoting event, promoting tools. We're getting that all out of the way because it's going to lead to the A. So you plant the seeds with the phone calls. You plant the seeds with the Zoom call. You plant the seeds by showing people the event. That's how you plant the seeds. Now, where the seeds sprout is when you physically go and do the meeting. Because then they have to engage in income producing activity A. And income producing activity A is basically direct closes. We've showed you the business now. Now we have to collect a decision. All you're doing in this business is getting a yes or a no. A yes or a no. A yes or a no. If I told you yeses and nos make you money, would you believe? Do you know how many people have told me no on the way to C10?
Thousands.
Thousands. If a guy tells me no, if I get 20 no's in the next hour, do you still think I'm going to get paid 2.5K this Friday? Yeah. So that means your no lets me make money. But I have to get the activity out of the way anyway. Yeah, it's a different mindset. When you think of it like that, trust me, the activity gets easier and easier. My man. All right. I'm showing you guys how to go pro, man. This is how you go pro. What I always like to do is I always like to give people information directly. Yeah, I say it from the heart. Why? Because this is a real business. We're in this business to change something about our lives. Does that make sense? And what I don't want to do is I don't want to give you this business 10 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, 30 miles per hour. I'll give you this business 80 miles per hour, 90 miles per hour. Do you know why? If I give that to you 90 miles per hour, like we've done today on this little training, you don't know the difference between 20 miles an hour or 100 miles per hour. You don't know the difference. Your brain doesn't know the difference. I'm just giving you the activity, which is the chairman activity. You're doing the chairman activity. Guess what? You're going to get to chairman. Why? Because I've been teaching you how to do the right things and you don't even know they're the right things. You're just thinking, oh, well, I've got to do that. This guy has no MLM experience prior to this company. None! Can you imagine? He's just got some basic business skills, but he's got
basic. I'm a pro with business, man. What you talking about?
This guy, when I met this guy, the guy was like a sponge, right? Super coachable. He doesn't know the difference between income producing A, income producing B. He doesn't know the difference. So me, obviously having a bit of experience now, when I'm coaching someone directly and I'm telling them to do direct things, they don't know the difference. They're just going to do it. But for you not knowing the difference, guess what? It gets you to chairman. And he's almost a chairman because I've been just been giving him the activity 100 miles per hour. He doesn't know the difference between, oh, well, you know, this is what the amateurs do and this is what the pros do. I'm just giving it to him just like that. So the training that we've given you, I've given it to you just like that. It's just how pros do. This is just how pros move, right? This is just how they go about building large organizations all around the world. So that's how you do it. You know, if you're a young boy and we put you in China and you're 2 years old, we take you away from England, we put you in China. By the age of 15, what language can you speak?
Mandarin.
Mandarin. Why? Because you have learned that language on accident. Yeah, you don't know the difference. You just see things around, you've learned it on accident. Does it make sense? So I'm giving you all the activities of a pro on accident, or on purpose, so you can learn on accident. Yeah? Because he's still young in the business. He's been in the game for about 7 months, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine him next year, now knowing that these are the pro activities. Man's going 50, 100, he doesn't even know the difference. Does it make sense? When you give your brain no time to know the difference, guess what? You're going to start doing the pro things. And the more and more you engage in the activity, guess what? It leads to the income. What we got to remember is, guys, look, the training that I'm giving you is all good and well, but we got to be willing to do the activity, but we also got to be willing to do the activity over and over and over and over and over again. But what we want to be doing is, whilst we're doing the activity over and over and over again, we want to compress time frames. Yeah, so write that down in your notes. Compress time frames. Yeah? What do I mean by this? Would it be easier for us to speak to 50 people in 1 hour, or would it be easier for us to speak to 50 people an hour at a time?
Yeah.
An hour at a time. Leverage. If you go do one meeting and each meeting lasts an hour, you're going to burn out. So what do? You expose, but you compress time frames. We need to get people to tools, but we need to get people to tools in groups. Does it make sense? In groups. So let's just say you guys have exposed, let's just say you've basically called up 15 people, right? Get those 15 people to one spot at one time. Why? Because someone's going to say yes, no, or maybe before you've even showed them the business. That's just how humans work. Does it make sense? They're going to say yes, no, or maybe before you've even shown them the business. Before you've even said, hey, look, Montel, just so you know, I'm a chairman in this business and I believe I can help you. They're yes and no, or maybe. Straight already. Like, that's just how humans are, right? That's just how we are. We're yes or no, or maybe. If we say we're going to buy this car, it's either we're going to buy it, we might buy it, or we're not going to buy it. Does it make sense? Well, yes and no, maybe before we even open our mouths. So what do? Compress timeframes. You get people to events a lot quicker. You get people to Zoom calls a lot quicker. Why? They're going to be yes, no, or maybe anyway. Right? Rejection is bigger than life itself when you're exposing in low numbers. But if you're exposing in high numbers, let's say you expose 10 people, and from the 10 people that you expose, 4 people say no, it gives you time to focus on the 6 people that said yes. So the 4 people that said no, it's like, no problem, man. Let me help you get your jacket, bro. Let me get your jacket. Good, let me help you get your jacket. And then what I do is I work with the 6 yeses. Does it make sense? It's a different way of thinking, yeah? Exposing numbers, always exposing numbers. So, guys, literally, that's what you want to do, man. Yeah, you want to compress time frames, and you also want to expose in numbers. Yeah, that's all we're going to do. And trust me, guys, before you know it, you'll see 10. You know, we need to get 500 people in the downline. And obviously, you guys, I can tell with the iTraders network, you guys are learning trading pretty well. You send signals. I see all the analysis and so on and so forth, and I see the new people joining the group. So the trading side of things completely doing really well, rocking and rolling. We just got to get the science of network marketing combined, and believe me, where you guys know the skill set, the beauty of the business is now leveraging that skill set in the sense of teaching someone else that skill set in that network, helping them make more than a subscription. If you can do that, you have a big business, okay? Chairman 10, 500 subscribers, and obviously here in London as well, we're supporting you as well. So we can obviously give you guys free balls. You guys may know about free balls. We can give you free balls.
He's 1 away. He's almost 1 away from 600.
Oh, yes? Okay, cool. So we're on job. Whenever someone's close to a position, leadership is on job. So you have at least 4 leaders all trying to get that person across the line.
You've been trying, man. I'm trying. I'm cooking something up for you, man.
I'm here. Bro, as I know that, bro, trust me, I'm going to compress some time frames and I'm going to expose the numbers. So whenever someone's 1 away or 2 away or 3 away, and together as leadership, we say, hey, look, man, we got to get this guy across the line. And what we do is, boom, we're on the phones, we're making phone calls, we're compressing time frames. We're doing everything that you do as well over there, but we're doing it here, and we're trying to get our people across the line. So that's how we do it, man. That's how we do it. That's why we're top producers, man.
Let's go.
That's why we do it, man. We top produce all the time because we understand that this business, once you build people, the business will build itself. And our thing is here building people. So whenever someone's close, we help them get across the line. But all that information, go for it.
Thank you for that. Second of all, Miami. When I'm more, we're going definitely.
Miami, yeah?
Yeah, bro, I'm going.
Tom, you already know what we're cooking up, so
I've just come back from there, man. I look a bit black, right?
Let me know when do we need to apply for visa, when do we need to pay for money, when do we need to buy the ticket and everything. I'm down on the minute.
I'm here with Montoya, so we're ready on job. I believe that we're trying to do a few things. So yeah, I'm actually here with him today as well to talk about all this stuff. So we're gonna get that booked up, man. And trust me, guys. Look, you just gotta go do it, man. Everything I've told you only works if you go do it. Yeah. If you don't do it now, this training was pointless. Go and do it. Fail forward. Yeah. The trick here, guys, is failing quicker, much faster. Yeah. The guy's gonna say no. He's gonna say maybe. He's gonna say this is a scam before you even met him. So what you want to do? You want to expose much quicker. Expose much faster. And the more you can do that, listen, you're gonna be rocking and rolling in no time. So hopefully that training was powerful enough to help you guys move your business forward. And yeah, you just got to go out, use the form approach, cold recruit, willing to expose your numbers and get people to tools and know that they're going to be a yes and no or maybe before you even open your mouth. So before you even open your mouth, they're going to be a yes and no or a maybe. So that's being said, these numbers, we're going to get right through them. Why? Because we know they're going to be yes and no or maybe before we even open our mouth. So that's it, man. That's it, man. You got anything to say, bro?
Guys,
oh, the calendar that shows you the week, yeah? My man. We got a calendar that shows us the week as well. Trust me, I see you bought I gave you guys the training, right? You guys going out and got the calendar.
Bought the re-listen 15 times. Everything's going.
So, Dom, you see how it's being used for on your way to 600?
It is, bro. It's like one of the nights. Like
Yeah, trust me, this business is nothing but a mathematical equation when it comes to the networking side. And all we got to do is we got to figure out the mathematical equation. The mathematical equation is very simple. 7 1Ks, I get everything that I want in life. 7 1Ks, I get everything that I want in life. And I know that I can help anyone by placing people below them at 600. So I can speed up the process on those 1Ks. So that's what we do, man. You know, when someone's close, hey, look, man, let's get them across the line. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's 600, it doesn't matter if it's 1K. We help you guys get across the line. Why? Because we speed up the process for you. If we can speed up the process for you, guess what? You're going to speed up the process for the next guy. And that's the culture that we've had since we started this business. It's all about helping the next person. The most important person is the new person. So if we can help the new person, hey, look, man, you guys are going to develop to be a very, very powerful businessman in this type of sale. You know, trust me, the income potential at Chairman, it's life-changing. It's done so many things for me over the past 3-4 months I've been serving as a chairman. I've got one of the biggest chairmanships in the UK right now. I'm almost a C25. Close, sneezing close. Sneezing. And, you know, I want to do it for my team, man. I want to do it for you guys. You know, I get out every morning for you guys. It's not about me no more. It's about me helping everyone else go 5K. It's about me helping everyone else go C10. And that's why I get up and I do what I do. So hopefully that helped, man. And just go out there. And I know you're new to the business, bro, and I'm giving you the business 100 miles per hour. But trust me, just take it for what I've told you. And you're going to make money in the process, yeah? Just take this business on faith alone. If you take this business on faith alone, you're going to make money. And that's what happened for me. That's what happened for him. He just took the business on faith. Dom is, again, another example that took the business on faith. And look, he's making money on faith. So imagine if you took this business because of your why and faith.
Miami, though.
Oh, man, Miami, right? You're there, bro. We're going to have a great time, man. So, yeah, man, we're fired up. And trust me, man, we build the business like professionals when we're building a business, but believe us, we're just like you, man. We're just some laid back guys. We're in our 20s. And we want to have a good time. So when the suit's off, trust me, man, we do all the things that you guys do, man. You know, the girls and all that other good stuff, right? So he's married, huh? No, I'm playing, guys. We just have a good time. It's just when you're building the business, you want to build it like how Brian Crump speaks about building. Yeah, whenever you're working your business, let's say you can work your business, you're working your business for 2 hours a day, or 3 hours a day, or 5 hours a day. You want to build it like a pro. Yeah, you don't want to build it like a rookie. You want to build it like a pro. Because after you build like a pro for a couple of hours, guess what? That work's still going to be there tomorrow. Doesn't make sense. It's still going to be there the next day. So just go out there, build your business like a pro when you're building your business within the hours that you're putting into your fortune. Every hour that you're giving to this, you're actually giving to your fortune. You're actually giving to your future. You're not giving your hour away to a boss or a manager or someone else that's going to dictate you. You're actually giving away your hour for your fortune. Yeah, I've been able to give away, since being here in this company, been here for about 11 months, it's about 10 months now. And I've given away so many hours. But those hours, guess what? With the residuals that you get at this level, you buy back those hours, bro. You buy back those hours and you get more. So the hours that you're giving away, guys, listen, you're building a fortune. Yeah, don't think you're just doing one of them things. You're not doing one of them things. You're saying that you're building your house. So when I'm building this business, guess what? I'm building my Mercedes. I'm building my apartment. I'm building the holidays. Does it make sense? That's what I'm building. Yeah, even though it's not here in flesh right now, when I'm making them phone calls and I'm doing all these things, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about why I'm doing it. Yeah, you don't think about, oh, well, we got to make this phone call to make this phone call. You're making that phone call to add an extra brick on top of the other brick of your apartment. You're adding the doors together on your sports car. You're adding your steering wheel when you're making the phone calls. You're building. That's why it's called building. Yeah, you're building. Yeah, you're building your fortune. Yeah? So there's a science behind network marketing. Believe me, I'm not just a chairman on rank. I'm a chairman because I've learned it well. Someone believed in me many years ago. And because they believed in me many years ago, they were able to teach me the business like a pro. And because I was able to teach me business like a pro, I get to meet you guys and teach you the business like a pro. I get to meet him and teach him this business like a pro. Because if I can teach you this business like a pro, I'm just going to save you loads of time. But if you're taking this business slow, You might get demotivated. You might be like, well, I don't know if this is going to work for me. But if we're giving it to you 100 miles per hour, listen, your business has no choice but to grow. Okay? My man here is a clear example. He doesn't know the difference between amateur building and professional building. He just takes everything I tell him and then he tries it and it makes him money. So the fact that you've been making some past 4 or 5 weeks, be making thousands. You know, I would imagine
multiple thousands.
You're making multiple thousands, and tomorrow is another day. He's going to be making multiple thousands. So again, 20 doesn't know the difference between a big building big or small. I just give it to him 100 miles per hour. So listen, take this training on faith, and believe me, man, it's a done deal, man. This company in the UK is a baby. It's a baby. Yeah, we haven't even launched. It's a baby. Don't think you're here at the wrong time, please. Don't think you're here at the wrong time. If you think you're here at the wrong time, you would have lost out on thousands, if not millions. So just go out there and build it like a pro, and believe me, you'll get everything you want.
Appreciate the time. Appreciate the support.
My man. You know, when I get fired up, man. I get fired up. Every time I talk about this, I get fired up. It's changed my life in such a way. I don't give it to you guys 100 miles per hour every time. I'm not gonna give it to you in baby steps. I'm gonna give it to you 100 miles per hour. So, man, you got anything you want to say?
Guys, make sure you're there on Sunday so we can catch up again. Get motivated again. Get fired up. These events are really key, to especially my success in the business. As you guys said, straight after the event, she was talking to everyone. You know, so you know, even doing that warm, you'll be talking to the more effective people. You know, getting them in as well. So you know, just make sure you're there, and we'll catch up again. And if you guys have got any questions, I'm here. I'm like 24 hours. Cool machine, so you know, for anytime.
Yeah. Also another thing as well. If you guys want to reach out to me, man. Like, give me a message. Like, if you want to get some training, some coaching, reach out to me. Yeah. And listen, this is it, man. You know, you got to keep it real. In this business, you've got to keep it real. And I learned a powerful lesson over the weekend through David Imbeniti, Chairman 500, and he speaks about keeping it real. And we keep it real all the time. And real really stands for relationships, expectations, actions, and leaderships. It's the ships that carry us, guys. So it's the relationships that carry us. It's the leadership that carries us. Now, if your relationship with your people are good and your expectations are good, so for example, his expectations is to go to Chairman 10, but he has a healthy relationship with you guys. Why? It's 325 and we're doing the training. So he knows for sure if he maintains a healthy relationship and he's expecting to go Chairman 10, it's already done. Time is your friend when it's already done. Yeah? You keep it real all the time. Relationships, expectation, action, and leadership. It's the ships that carry us. Yeah? So, I'm going to close out on that. And we definitely 110%. Definitely 110%. We'll see you guys on the other side. We'll see you on training. And we'll see you on Sunday as well. And trust me, man, this is just, I'm so fired up. I just get, you know, I go to sleep, I'm excited to wake up. So we're fired up and we're going to get you guys to where you need to go, man. So just follow our leadership and trust me, guys. Like I said to you guys, it's the ships that carry us. So let's build healthy relationships. Let's build some healthy leadership. And let's carry each other to where we need to go, man, financially.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Awesome. You guys have the best day.
My man.
Yeah?
Take care, guys, man. Take care.
God bless, man. We'll speak to you guys soon.